My parents abandoned me at age 8 to care for my dying sister. 9 years later, they showed up demanding I fix her life. I was 8 when my parents called a family meeting. My sister Elsa, just turned 6, had been diagnosed with a rare heart condition. She needed round-the-clock care, multiple surgeries, constant monitoring. Mom's voice shook as she explained it. You'll stay with Grandma Rose for a while, just until Elsa's stable. That while turned into 9 years. The drive to Grandma's was 5 hours. I sat in the back, clutching my backpack and a stuffed bear. Dad's jaw was tight. Mom stared out the window. Nobody spoke. When we pulled up, Grandma was waiting on the porch. Small woman, silver hair, flower on her apron. She pulled me into a hug that smelled like cinnamon. My parents left before dinner. Grandma Rose raised me. Every morning she made breakfast. Every night she asked about my day and actually listened. She showed up to every soccer game, every school play, every awards ceremony. My parents called twice a month, always speakerphone. Always about Elsa's surgery count, Elsa's medication, Elsa's progress. Never once asked if I'd made friends or how school was. I was 10 when I won the regional spelling bee. Brought home the trophy during one of their quarterly visits. Set it on the table during dinner. Dad glanced at it. That's great, sport. Then immediately asked Grandma if she'd sent the check they'd requested. Grandma saw my face. Later that night, she took me to the diner. Made me order the biggest sundae they had. She put that trophy on her mantle between photos of my grandfather. Told everyone at church about it for months. That's when I learned that love is shown, not stated. Elsa's condition stabilized when I was 12. I thought they'd come get me. They didn't. We need to focus on her recovery, Dad explained during one of those phone calls. Can't disrupt her routine. I asked Grandma why I couldn't come home. She just held me and said, "Baby, you are home." When I was 15, Elsa had a relapse. My parents called Grandma's landline. Didn't ask for me. I was sitting right there doing homework. Grandma covered the receiver. Want to talk to them? I shook my head and went back to my math. Elsa got her final clearance at 16. My parents showed up with her for Thanksgiving. She was 14 now. We'd been apart so long she called me by my full name, not the nickname she'd used as a toddler. Over pie, Dad announced they wanted me back home for senior year. Get to know your sister again, Mom added. I can think about it, I said. Think about what? You're our son, Dad snapped. Grandma's voice cut through. The boy stays here till graduation. They left, angry. I got a full ride to state. Engineering program. When I told my parents, Mom cried. Not happy tears. We've missed so much time with you already. You can commute from home. I've signed the lease near campus already. Dad's voice went cold. That's not your decision to make. Actually, I'm 18. It is. I hung up. Graduation day. Grandma sat front row. My parents didn't come. Said Elsa had a doctor's appointment. She'd been cleared for 2 years. I graduated college, got hired at a tech firm, bought a small house. Then 3 months ago, Mom called. Elsa's struggling. She dropped out of college. She's depressed. Lost. We thought you could help. Financially and emotionally. You're her brother. I laughed. We're strangers, but she looks up to you. She doesn't know me. That's the point. You abandoned me for 9 years, Mom. We saved her life, and I'm glad she's alive, but that doesn't create a debt I owe. Dad grabbed the phone. You're being selfish and cruel. No, I'm being honest. You made your choice. Click. 2 weeks later, they showed up at my house. I opened the door to all 3 of them. Dad pushed past me. Elsa needs $40,000 for a program that'll help her. You're going to pay for it. No, I'm not. She's your sister. She's a person you chose over me every single day for 9 years. Mom started crying. How can you be so heartless? She almost died. Heartless is dropping your 8-year-old off and visiting 4 times a year. We didn't have a choice. You had choices. You chose her medical team over my childhood. You chose her recovery over my existence. Elsa spoke for the first time. I just want a relationship. You want a relationship and $40,000. That's a transaction, not family. Dad stepped closer. We sacrificed everything for her. Great. I'm sure that's very fulfilling for you both. Now get out. We need you to. I pulled out my phone. You have 90 seconds before I call the cops for trespassing. They didn't move. I started dialing. Dad's voice went hard. You'll regret this. When you need family, we won't be there. I looked him dead in the eye. You've never been there. That's the whole point. I held the door open. 70 seconds. They left.